visited the M365 homepage recently, you have certainly noticed a change. Now, I'm talking about the page that you access by visiting o365.wichita.edu or by clicking on this familiar shortcut in MyWSU called Office 365. This page serves as a home page or a start page, kind of a dashboard to your Microsoft 365 experience, and has always aggregated all of your M365 goodies, like your web apps or cloud storage, all in one place. Now, when you logged in here previously, you used to have a search bar toward the top, maybe recently accessed files toward the bottom. Some people even had shortcuts to their web apps here. Probably what people are missing the most is the app launcher, the waffle that we used to have in the upper left that would quickly allow you to jump from web app to web app. So this looks a lot different, but don't worry, you can still get to all that stuff. It's just moved around a little bit. So where you land now is Copilot Chat, formerly Bing Chat, and you may have some experience with this tool. This is Microsoft's generative AI chatbot, comparable to ChatGPT, and I have an entire video to get you started with this, and more coming soon. So that's where you land now when you log into M365 Online. But notice at the top of my navigation here, my entire M365 experience has been rebranded to M365 Copilot. So it's a little confusing. If you're used to thinking of Copilot as just the chat aspect, now the term is being used for several different concepts. Now in my navigation above chat, I have search. This is probably closer to what you're used to seeing when you log into M365 Online. This is giving me access to M365 search, recommended files, maybe recently accessed files. This looks to me very close to what you used to see when you would log into the M365 homepage. Now, I want to talk for a minute about search because this is a really cool tool. This searches your whole Microsoft 365 access. So anything stored in a team or a SharePoint site that you have access to, or in your OneDrive, this search will access that. So sometimes you save a file somewhere, you forget where you saved it, or you've been moving files around and you forget where you've moved them. This is so handy. When you type in a search term and press enter, you'll see some tabs at the top that will further help you narrow down your search. So if I'm searching for this term, and I know it's a file with this term in it, I can click on the Files tab to narrow my search down to Files. Files has even more options to narrow down, like file type. Maybe this was an Excel file. I could select Excel here, last modified in the past month. So all of these tools are going to help you find a file. I know search doesn't sound like a super exciting thing, but trust me, when you need it, this is a very exciting tool. Below chat is a create option. You actually had this in your old Microsoft 365 start page. It did look a little bit different, but it's the same tool, same concept. You can quickly create content from any of the Microsoft 365 web apps, Word, PowerPoint, Excel, Forms, or just a few examples I'm seeing here. But this just gives you quick access to create something in an online web app. Last but definitely not least is apps. This is what you used to look for in the waffle, the app launcher in the upper left. So if you logged into this space hoping to go to an online web app, this is where you're going to go now. And if this feels like extra work, here's a trick. You can pin apps to your navigation. So if I'm always logging into M365 Online to get to OneDrive Online, I can just hover right over this app, looking for this More menu, this ellipses. And here's an option to pin OneDrive. So I can go through and pin any apps that I want to visit frequently. It's going to make them a little bit easier to find. Now here's one thing I've noticed. Some of the web apps still have the familiar app launcher waffle in the upper left, and some have the new navigation. So something to keep an eye on there. There may be a couple of different ways to navigate in Microsoft 365 Online. Well, if it was a little disorienting the last time you logged into M365 Online, I hope this helped orient you. Of course, things are always changing and receiving updates, but hopefully this gave you some tricks for navigating around in this new Microsoft 365 homepage.